brush my teeth, man. You wanna play spots?
Of course they add a stink bomb.
Join our lobby.
Of course people join. Of course they decide to make a stink bomb.
We're making a new game mode called the final battle.
Extra AR bullets.
Huh?
You have extra AR bullets. You have extra AR bullets.
We don't even have an AR. I just picked one up. I dropped some back here.
Bruh.
Picked them back up.
Thank you, sir.
This is my AR. Honestly, a decent setup. But if I find like a scar or something, I'm turning it. Alright, would you rather take a gray AR or a suppressed pistol?
I don't know. Depends on what color this fresh pistol is.
Mine is purple.
Chad, I just heard.
People coming in from the storm. How? I just thought in my head, where's my
You
heavy
wanna
at? I go
engage
up
these
here-
kids? You wanna engage? Wanna engage them?
I got him.
Very nice, very nice. I was waiting for you to do that. He damaged me so bad. I was like, all right.
He damaged me even more.
You got the. You want this jump pad? I don't like carrying.
All my shots.
Watch out! I'm med kitting. So 7 seconds.
I have to use a bandage. Bandages. Oh,
Oh, they're pushing.
one more bandage.
Ah, wall. Kid was pretty good. Right there.
I knew he was right there. I was literally
try.
just about to shoot, and my freaking gun didn't shoot.
He was pretty good, dude, but it was a good try on your part.
I had no HP. The entire battle.
What doing? Hello?
Alright, let's
Did
do
you kick him?
No. I was going to.
it. Alright, let's get it.
They had this argument like yesterday or something. So they're mad at each other.
Because he's salty because I'm better than him. And I literally muted him so I could talk to him, to you, Ryan, and then he kicked me for not talking. He says.
Look at this man! He's looking up at the ceiling. Look at this man. Brandon, come look at this dude. This guy was looking up into the sky for no apparent reason. Dude, as soon as we loaded in, he just looked up and started swinging his pickaxe. For some reason, your guys for me to pick back up at a different time.
What?
Like, when you guys, or if I'm talking, you guys, like, the shot
Your audio
goes
is
away.
cutting. Your audio is cutting in and out. It's hard to hear you.
Yeah. You gotta work on that mic.
It's just his internet. His mic is like brand new, but it's just his internet.
Yeah. It was just this bot looking up to this, and he was just swinging his pickaxe.
Oh, I just came down on a scar. Nice.
When did I get
Oh my!
to the? When did I drop at the port?
Was there anybody
or the
with us?
sports center?
Did anybody happen to see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another squad.
One tried to land at my house, but I landed in the farm and I landed on the roof and then went down to the door and then picked up the shotgun. And then he ran away. He got scared. He dropped his hot pot.
This is the only gun I have. Scared.
I was a shotgun.
All I have is this. I'm not gonna do anything with this.
There's a green burst upstairs in this house. I don't know if you're into that. Well, watch out, we got a guy right here.
There's a guy in
He's
Sports
one
Center.
shot.
There's a guy in Sports Center.
Sit down.
There's a guy on the roof.
Is there?
2 people. And there's about to be a 3rd. I'm about to push, I'm about to push.
Crap, I almost shot your station.
Ah!
Dang it! How does every single one of these people hit their shots? I don't understand. One
knocked
guy went
one.
off to the left of the sports center.
Yo, crawl in here, blue ass. Crawl in.
He just jumped off.
Thank you.
Shit, I should have finished that other guy. I got you, bro. You need some bandages?
Yeah.
No! You got the pump is so trash. I hit this guy like 10 times with the pump and he didn't die.
I want to kill.
Get him! He's like 1 hit.
Oh,
There's 2 of them. I should have put that kid down while I had a chance.
Thank you.
Wow, nice.
Still 1 alive. There's a guy crawling around. I want his tech.
Watch out.
That was a knock guy. He just fell.
give me your crap.
Grab my scar, bro.
There's a purple burst over here.
What? This shotgun has no ammo in it. Are you serious? Never mind. Oh, ammo. Do you have
Go get the purple
rockets?
burst. Go get the purple burst.
Where is it? Do you have rockets? What?
I'm gonna invite a dude who could be our 4th if you don't care. Do you guys mind if I invite him? Alright, cool. Still got 2 kills. Not the worst.
I've got
thing.
1, which I'm happy about.
That rocket launcher kill was clutch.
What if I gotten 2? The freaking pump is trash. And the guy had full shield.
I exploded a knock guy and then downed one. That's my last rocket. Somehow, he was just pushing down to the left in the sports center. Somehow, none of that rockets hit him.
What's up, Patriot?
Not a lot, but we up to.
Not much, dude. Just playing some Fortnite. Trying to get warmed up. I've been playing kind of bad today.
Backed out of this party.
Brandon, do you need a shotgun or anything?
They're still playing. I just died, but once they die, we'll start up a squad.
Alright.
Somehow my ping's 500 and my game's running perfectly. Oh, it's just cutting down to 75, 150. I don't know why my ping is so laggy. And then all of a sudden it just stops.
Greasy is actually a good spot to go to get kills, because usually you can go here,
I love Greasy.
into here.
I have no clue who's awake upstairs. Normally when I'm asleep, all I hear is footsteps just pounding the ground. But this morning I heard no footsteps, so I would
Do you want
assume
permanent pools or
everyone's
do you want the big place?
permanent pools. Definitely. For some reason, I'm feeling like people landed here.
Nope, it's just ammo running on the ground.
Give me all this stuff.
I got a big shield for it.
I know what a big shield is. Oh, I got full shield already. I know what 2 big shields are. I got 1 and then here's the other one. I'm gonna hide right here.
Man, Ryan, you should've went here. There's some good loot.
Well, I thought you wanted to loot it because you always loot it.
You don't care.
Another big shield, what? There was 3 big shields.
Let me drink that one.
Oh,
Let me get the one in the garage, and then you can get the one upstairs.
okay.
The chest in the garage, and then you can get the one upstairs.
thought I got another RPG. I didn't. Did you get any RPG ammo?
No. Just go an ammo crate. Okay.
I just looted it. I didn't get any.
God, it's hot as fuck outside. My air conditioner's broke.
Dude, it's fucking really hot outside. Where you live again, Patriot?
Yeah, I did.
In Ohio.
Got it. It's hot as hell in New York right now.
Oh my god, it's terrible.
It's
here.
hot everywhere in America.
I just got back
haven't
from
been
fucking
outside
Florida
yet, so I
and the
don't-
Bahamas.
You're going to the Bahamas?
Hot wasn't there.
No, I just got back, dude.
Oh,
Was it raining?
Brandon, there's people right up here.
Yeah, no.
Solo.
Oh, I see him.
The one I see.
Nice shot, bro.
That was an amazing shot.
I know.
I was just about to loot this house and
You
just
just like
about to
killed
spray
him
at it.
by shooting him in the foot. Like, that was amazing.
I know. I shot him in his
Watch
foot.
out, his boy's right there.
Oh my God, just lasered.
You're just melting kids right now. This kid's trash.
Let me get all that loot. Let me get the loot. Let me get the loot. It's
If
mine.
you guys win this game, 2v squads, you're gods.
Purple bolt for you.
Give me
I
one.
already got one.
Did those people have rockets? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
4 rockets. Okay. Oh, they just launched
The rest
that.
of the team is launch
Oh.
padding. No,
Oh,
that's a team.
no, that's a
another
new team. That's a brand new team.
Brand new.
They're brand new to Fortnite, I think. I don't know.
You got him.
I feel like one launch pad is back toward where they came from.
Watch out.
Raiding us.
Did you stop
From
that?
where? How many?
Stop it! Oh my god! Can you
How are you
stop?
gonna... Shots that good.
You guys just got butt fucked right there.
I'm staying here for my kill.
Let's do it.
That was
Yay.
retarded. How
I
many
got my
people
kill.
were shooting nade launchers? There were more than there were a lot more
Teams
grenades.
there.
There was like
Being
4
ju-
people shooting nade launchers. Fix your mic.
I got my kill. I'm happy.
Fix your mic. Alright.
Can we go to Greasy again?
I love Greasy. I'll always go to Greasy if you want.
I looted the place next to wait. I looted the place next to you, Brandon, and got an RPG from it. So yeah. Next thing I get a purple RPG from it this time. The next game I get legendary.
Where was it?
Whose dog is in the background?
Mine. Fisherman's. She's barking at people outside. I live on the 18th floor, and she's like looking at people on the street and like barking at them.
Wait, you live in?
You live in the city, or do you live in like the more, like?
No, I live in like right in the middle of the city.
I
Is it
don't.
hectic there?
I mean, there's a lot of people, but I don't mind. I don't mind it. I like it. Oh man.
Did you live there during 9/11?
Nah. I was still. I mean, 9/11. I was in college. Or no, sorry. That was 2001, right? I was not in college. I was in like 3rd grade. Or her 5th grade, 6th grade, maybe? No, 5th grade.
I don't even have a gun. Well, I mean I do, but...
Oh, Patriot!
Right
No!
Fuck.
What?
I'm gonna avenge your death, bro.
Alright, there's a chest right here. Better be an AR. I'm fine with that.
I'm gonna avenge you. Watch it. Yeah, there's a dude in the street. Mr. Oh. I hit him for 60. He's got shield. Whoa. This kid's fucking going hard.
Oh, snap! Behind us, too.
My own wall almost saved that kid's life. Kid had some good guns.
Someone's on me.
Okay, hold on.
I was just dealing with a gray burst as a shotgun and everything.
Fuck.
Wait, where was Blue Eyes in that fight?
I have no idea. They have more guys though, because that kid didn't go dirt down.
Yeah,
There must have been two teams. Must have been 2 teams.
Yeah, there was 2 teams right there because I killed 2 people and they got eliminated and there was still an enemy. And I injured that guy too. Ooh, big shield. Ooh, that's a big shield.
Where is Bennett at anyway?
He's doing something in early. Like his
Yo.
mom called him.
Yo, Bennett. It's alright, luckily we're gods. And those kids are also trash.
I was building on top of them. Crazy.
I need some heals.
Oh, I got a med kit.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I didn't realize your health.
Yeah, I didn't even either. I was so distracted. Killing kids. Thank you. Whoa. Hey, babe.
Blue Eyes is lucky we got a circle.
I'm
What's
back.
up?
Finally. What'd
You think you lost your kid?
killed, like 2 squads.
I had to go help bring in the groceries.
It's alright. We'll order another one. It's not a big deal. Save.
We killed like 2 squads.
How many
Fine.
kills did you got? I only have 2.
Yeah, I'm there too.
I have 0. I'm sorry.
Patriot
I
just
would have
got-
helped you guys.
Patriot, how did you even die?
You
Man, I
just
ran in the
got-
wrong damn house.
Patriot's
I
a
could have helped
beast
you
too.
guys, but I had to go do something.
We needed Patriot in this game. I'm trying to get some wins.
Who knows, maybe we can win without him. It's very doubtful that we will, but
We.
Yeah, you guys.
I feel like we're fine. But
Listen, you've seen me get some plays and then that snipe from last game. Do you think I'm better than you?
Yeah, you're better than me.
I don't think, did, oh yeah, Pusher did see that. I can't believe, I was just about to shoot at that guy and then he just sniped and knocked him.
I hit his foot too.
You just hit his toenail and he got knocked.
I know, he didn't have any shield. He could have
Wow,
had
so
5
people
shield.
loot the doghouse but only loot the top part, not the bottom.
I'm gonna push into shifty with pusher. There's gonna be a chest up here, maybe.
I'm debating on whether I should take this green on. I am. Give me this.
Someone's been on that mountain, 114.
I'm coming.
Probably gonna-
Where's the chest here? Oh my god. Pusher, get
What?
over here. There's
Yo.
minis.
She's still asleep,
Perfect.
Mom.
Whoa, watch out. Bennett just got shot.
Southwest, southwest, southwest.
Southwest.
Behind me, back towards Gracie. He's above me. And I'll shoot. What you get for shooting at me?
Teammates on pusher.
Yep. Watch out.
What the? You like actually get out of my builds? I don't like you. You're mean.
We both were double pumping and we both had the same exact weapon. We had a blue pump and a green pump. I don't know how to do this thing.
Shit!
Look at now.
Damn.
Watch out.
Let it finish.
Not a her to him.
Oh my! Person is a build god. Pusher, get over here.
Watch out, he's right there, right there, right there. Oh no!
Why would you do that?
Me too.
Could you not? I'm trying to med up. I'm trying to bandage up, dude. Stop it. I need help. Oh god. I hit him with my pumps.
I did too. No, I do!
Oh my god. This man.
I don't want that open!
Kid was a
He just
beast.
minied back up.
It was good.
We should have
That
killed
man's
him
a
though,
build god.
he wasn't that good though.
He can just build. That's all he can do. He just shoots headshots. It's murders you. Every time I play with somebody, they just always gets headshots. We don't have any advantage. They just headshot.
Pusherman, why are you always live streaming?
Just for fun. How do you know I'm live streaming?
Because it says right next to your name.
What's up?
Alright, I gotta go though.
Alright.
You You guys out?
Well, those two just left. What you want to do?
I don't know. You trying to do a duo or something?
Yeah, we'll run a duo.
I'm gonna play one more game and then I'm about to be done for the day.
Yeah, same. I got a bunch of shit I gotta get done. I just got home from Florida.
So the weather in the Bahamas it was good, right?
Oh man, it was awesome.
It says it's raining there on my app, but it didn't rain at all?
Not while I was there. I mean, it sprinkled here and there, but really didn't storm on us at all.
Yo, ready up.
Oh shit.
That's nice though, dude. I'm thinking about going to the Bahamas in like in a week or two. A couple weeks.
Man, it's so worth it. So worth it.
Where'd you stay?
We were on a cruise.
Oh, nice, nice.
So, I mean, we stopped in Nassau, and then we went to this island called Princess Cay.
Did you go to Atlantis?
No, we actually went scuba diving instead of going to Atlantis, because I'd been to Atlantis before.
Yeah, I've been there too, yeah. Where'd you guys go scuba diving?
It's right out, honestly, I have no idea, but it's right off the coast of where they shot a James Bond movie. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I like scuba diving, dude.
Oh my gosh.
You see any sharks?
We seen one. That was it, which really shocked me.
Was it big?
It wasn't too big. It was a nurse shark. It was about 4 foot, 5 foot long.
Yeah, it was just a little guy.
Yeah.
You just don't want to see. You just don't want to see a tiger shark out there.
Right.
That's not what you want to see.
Dude, I love sharks, but at the same time, dude, I'm petrified of them.
Yeah, I know. They're fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, you got a guy landing here with you.
Do I?
Oh, he's next house over. He's next house over. I'm right here with you.
Shit. No gun. No guns? In the whole house?
Damn.
That's brutal. What do we do?
I don't know.
Oh, you got a gun.
Fall back. I got an AR, common AR.
Yeah, I know, but that's better than nothing. I'm just gonna get materials so I can build on some motherfuckers. Watch out, we got dudes at Modern House too. Alright, I got attack.
Alright, there's a guy.
I think we should push that dude in Blue House, because I got attack and shit now. Alright, I got an AR now too. Watch out, these dudes are right there.
That guy is still in here somewhere.
Yeah, no, we should rush him. Oh, there's a fucking trap right there. Watch out. Where is this kid?
He's downstairs. That's like you.
I'm down. Watch out. They're pushing us. I think. Are they pushing us?
I don't see them. They're just hanging out behind their ramps. Yeah, they are. They're just hanging out on their ramps over there.
Good. Let them.
Oh, nope. Here they come. Going to the blue house beside us. Oh my god, dude, no way!
Dude, it looked like there was 3 of those kids. Damn, bro.
Damn it, man.
Shit. Alright, I'll see you. Alright, we'll walk out on that. How's your walk? How's the walk? Oh, I'm so tired.
I was asking you to do it.
Wait, I still needed that
And
pen.
then what time did you come? It seems like
Over
you've
there.
been blind most of the day.
You know, Rosemary, I've said many, many times there is no coincidence in criminal law. And I'm just wondering how Todd and the other 2 Ratliff girls don't see these similarities. Maybe they don't want to see the similarities, Rosemary. I believe they don't want to see the similarities. They can't believe that the person they've known since they were babies, Senate has raised them. It just is not possible. It happened to my sister in 1985, and the same thing happened to Kathleen in 2001. It was unheard. They were murdered. Rosemary, and I have seen personally Michael Peterson's here. It is scary. It really scared me into not wanting to go down there again.
2 times in my whole life I've seen that stupid woman. And she says I have a terrible temper. I says, well, yeah, they came, yes, vicious temper.
you think this guy did it? He's kind of weird, man.
Really are.
It's not your average dude.
Oh, you know what? That's another one. Rosemary, you know how many times I've seen Rosemary in my whole life? Twice. Once 15 years ago, and then one time she came down for Margaret's graduation. That was it. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's like that. Well, as I always caution, never underestimate anybody. It's a good way to lose football games or wars.
I don't know, I found myself a couple times like sitting up straighter in court when people were talking about my dad, and I'll be really like indignant. I'll be like, this is my father you're talking about, you know, like I have a lot of pride in him, this is our family like you're talking about, and the fact that I know he's innocent, and the fact that like hopefully people can see it through me, you know, people can see it in me that he is innocent, and I don't know, I think that helps sometimes to get through it.
You know, the DA is trying to say basically that our dad killed our birth mother and our mother. But where are we sitting? We're sitting behind our dad.
Now, shortly before she died, I think it was a Thursday of the week before Thanksgiving, you talked with Liz, and she talked about suffering severe headache.
She came to my room about 3 o'clock on that Thursday, and she was pale. She looked bad. And she held her head like this, and she said, I asked her what was wrong, and she said she just had a very severe headache. And that she did make an appointment to go to the medical facility, and that she had an appointment on Tuesday.
The following week.
Yes.
So she never actually got to see a doctor about the severe headaches. Now, your husband, what was his rank in the military at the time?
I believe he was a major at that point. I'm not sure if he was promoted.
He never went up to any of the authorities and said, we're concerned that this is a crime scene, did he?
No, because he was very concerned about it, and he was waiting to see what they would say. His example to me was, if I was flying a plane and someone reported a fire on it, would you trust me to put out the fire? Would you trust my expertise to put out the fire? And he trusted their expertise that day.
Okay, well, ma'am, if you were on a plane and there was fire and it continued to burn and continued to burn and nobody did anything, at some point you would say something, wouldn't you?
I would be waiting for a day that I could put the fire out, and I guess that's why I'm here today, to help put the fire out.
And this is 18 years later?
Yes.
They have telephones in Germany, don't they?
Yes, they do.
And you could have called somebody the next day?
It's a scary thing to go to the police and say, I think that there's foul play here.
In fact, during all of 1985, you didn't call anybody.
No. No, we've had to live with this all these years.
The first time you actually ever gave a statement about these events to anybody in authority was in the year 2002.
That's correct.
And you actually wrote out a statement to Detective Holland?
Yes.
Okay, and this statement contained all the significant memories you had about how Elizabeth Ratliff died and Michael Peterson's involvement in that, correct?
It contained every significant thing that I could remember at that time until I began to remember more things.
Okay, well, let's go through what you could remember when you wrote to Detective Holland. Nowhere in this statement did you say that Michael Peterson said anything about there being a cerebral hemorrhage before the German police arrived, did you?
No.
In fact, although you knew this statement was about Michael Peterson, an investigation of Michael Peterson, you didn't say anything about him at all, did you?
No.
Didn't even mention his name?
No, I didn't.
Didn't mention this bloody footprint that you now recall?
No.
You talk about the fact that Ms. O'Hara, and that's Ms. Malagino, summoned you. She was frantic at that point?
She was upset, come quick.
By the way, the girls, it says here the 2 girls were still in bed?
Yes.
That's Margaret and Martha. They didn't stay there the whole time.
No, Barbara had removed them. I didn't remember that until later when I saw the footprint. When I remembered seeing the bloody footprint on the stairs, then I remembered that she had gone upstairs and taken him away. That was one of my flashbacks.
So, flashbacks? Have you been having flashbacks?
Flashbacks of the scenes in short pictures. Flashbacks come as short memories, very short memories.
You arrived in Durham a week or so ago?
Almost 2 weeks ago.
Okay. And you've been in contact with other witnesses?
I've seen other witnesses, that's correct.
And just seeing people has caused you to have flashbacks of new memories that you didn't have in March of 2002.
Hearing their voices has brought back some memories. The messages, the images are very, very vivid. Some of them are in color.
The things you've been testifying today that you didn't write in March of 2002 are the result of these flashbacks, correct?
A lot of memories came before I even arrived here.
And those were also flashbacks?
Yes.
I don't know if this is ours or your mother's. Fortune de Paris. I don't know. I mean, it's been. I have no idea.
Can I take one of the pie plates to school?
Yeah. Well, at 10. Yeah.
I like the blue one better.
Yeah, I don't think this was your mother's.
I'm sure you
That's
can
too
hear
early
that.
for your mother. I don't think that one. I believe. Yeah, this is your mother's. Because there used to be a Rosenthal outlet. Not far from where we live. And your mother would go and buy an odd, seconds or every now and then a piece of Rosenthal. This was one. There are a couple, but more over the years, half of them have been broken or lost or something. Literally anything that's, this would be, anything. This is I'm sure it's Rosenthal. Yeah, anything that says Rosenthal.
It was our birth mom's.
Is your mother. And I know I was with her when she bought it. Sometimes we go by it, but she bought it all. So if you go through, it says Rosenthal, it's,
So we know what not to break.
I'm not breaking anything.
I'm just joking. Yeah, one of your favorite things to do after dinner would be walk us around the house and show us everything that was going to be ours. I mean, you always did that. We always knew. People are just ignorant. That's all.
Portion, big portion. Where? Portion. Look, big.
You know how everyone in Germany is saying that they cleaned up so much blood? And didn't your dad say there was no blood?
Well, there's the CAD agent who came after the scene. He wrote a report and it said that the only blood was under her head.
Yeah, just where she was hit her head.
And so
are they making that up?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, maybe they did have to.
She was saying she had 7 lacerations. They had to clean up blood, right?
Yeah, and she had a bleeding disorder.
Right.
Yeah, maybe there was more blood than people want to remember, but the bottom line is I just don't care. Like, it happened 18 years ago, and our dad had nothing to do with it. And there's nothing that they've said that ties dad to anything negative, so it just doesn't make sense.
Just
so, yeah, it just pisses me off.
But it still feels like a big deal because, I mean, saying that there's that much blood, it makes it similar to her stepmom, and so.
No, their stepmom.
Well, I mean,
Mom.
to mom, yeah, and I don't know.
Did you have the occasion to become involved with the autopsy of Elizabeth Ratliff?
Yes, I did.
Do you have an opinion as to her cause of death?
Yes, I do.
What is that opinion?
In my opinion, the cause of death of Mrs. Ratliff was blunt trauma of the head.
Do you also have an opinion as to the manner of Ms. Ratliff's death?
In my opinion, the manner of death in Mrs. Ratliff's case was homicide.
When I think about Elizabeth Ratliff's death, the question that strikes me as the most important one is, when did she die? And no one has really addressed that. Deborah Radish apparently hasn't even thought about that issue. But if she died at 11 p.m. at night, which is what the state would have you believe, we know as a matter of science that by 8 o'clock the next morning when her body was found, it would have substantial signs of rigor mortis. It would be stiff. And people don't forget that. When you move a body that's stiff, you remember that. You can't do a spinal tap very easily on a body that's in full rigor mortis, or even substantial rigor mortis. So we know that she wasn't in rigor mortis. We know that she couldn't have died at 11 o'clock at night. Barbara Malagnino told us that her body was still warm to the touch. And so the physical evidence is much more consistent with her having died sometime that morning than when the state said she died late in the evening the night before.
One of the things that forensic pathologists sometimes do is to determine a time of death.
Yes.
Rigor mortis, or rigor mortis, is something that medical examiners use to at least get an estimate of time of death, right?
Yes, generally a rough estimate, that would be correct.
And rule of thumb is it develops pretty much over
Really,
about
like,
a 12-hour period.
Terry?
It takes some
For
time.
Charles, remember?
Yes.
It's getting
And it remains, and when we're talking about rigor, we're talking about stiffness.
It's getting created, so
Yes.
like,
You know, if somebody's found in a step, on a step in
remember I just
a
watched the
particular
video?
position and rigor has started, you take them off
Yeah,
the
I
step,
watched the video, like,
they're still going to be in that position.
That's correct.
And so, for example, if someone
He was just holding
died
her hand and like,
at
she
11
was like,
p.m.,
and
one
then
would expect
they get walking,
by
like,
8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock the next morning, certainly by 11 o'clock the next morning, to see some significant writing, right?
Yes.
And do you know whether or not anyone who was with Elizabeth Ratliff's body that morning from 8 a.m. till say 12 noon when her body was moved into the next room, do you know whether anyone reported any kind of writhing?
No, I don't know if anyone made that observation.
And you know, do you not, that Michael Peterson was at home with his then wife Patty when Elizabeth Ratliff's body was found? Are you aware of that?
No, I don't know.
That's all I have. Thank you, Doctor.
You know, the state of North Carolina does not intend to call additional witnesses, and with that, the state of North Carolina would rest its case in chief at this time.
All right, Mr. Rudolph, will there be evidence for the defendant?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. We'll make a decision about that tonight, and if there is evidence, we'll certainly be prepared to go forward on Monday morning.
We will see you Monday morning at 9:30.
Believe it or not, we've been trying this case for 4 months today. Started May 5th and September 5th.
And we're not paying any more money, so forget about it.
So actually, the reason
for this meeting is so that everyone knows that we're going there.
we did the cross.
You've done your part.
That's right. I can't do any more. I'm tired. All right, so this to me is not an academic exercise at all, because I have a real question in my mind about A, whether we should put on any evidence at all, and B, if we should put on evidence, what it should be. The one thing I have absolutely no doubt in my mind about in this particular topic is that you shouldn't testify. I don't see any upside to that, and I see lots of downsides. But obviously, Mike, this is your decision. You know, this is your life. Whether you should testify is your call. So let's start with Bill and just go around the table and hear what people have to say.
First of all, I think I would definitely put on a defense if that's the first issue that we need to decide. I think there's a couple of jurors who I think are leaning to a conviction at this point. And I think that the experts that we've hired and the theories that they've come up with and the way they explain things are so compelling that it may shift those two jurors. So I think we need to help some of these jurors along.
Todd?
Clearly, you need a defense. Prior to Rash's testimony, I feel that everybody would have voted not guilty. Rash's testimony was quite effective with at least 3 jurors, notably Rogers. And it will take medical testimony to get her back on the not guilty side.
Ron?
We're in a hell of a good position just with the prosecution's evidence in. Would we get an acquittal? I don't know. I believe we definitely would get a hung jury.
Then you get a hung lawyer. Because I'm not going through this again. Sorry, Mike.
I just don't see a conviction, but I see a hung jury at this point. I don't see an acquittal. Okay. And that's a gamble that we have to take.
I want to say something else, and that is that you are not universally liked. I know that may come as a great shock to you. I think that there's a couple of people on the jury that actually don't like you very much. You know, you are perceived as very slick, you know, very oily by them. I think, you know, it's the old theme. You know, he's got a lot of money, most of which we've given to you, and we've hired high-powered defense to get him off.
Well, you're not going to have permission to put that particular segment in the film.
Because one of David's overriding goals, for every day of his life that I know, has been for everyone to love him all the time.
In that case, I'm excused.
Tom.
One of the burdens of putting on defense is you lose some of the reasonable doubt argument you otherwise have. If you put experts on, you are under some burden to prove something, and it becomes a little bit more of an equal match. I think Radish, she's got some very basic things she says that no cross can take away. Somebody else has to come and take away. You know, that these 7 lacerations are 7 separate blows. But you've got to have somebody else explain either how that could happen or that there aren't 7 impacts. So I think there's probably some basic stuff, at least on the medicine, that needs to be answered.
Mike?
I agree that we need a defense, if only to answer some of the questions that Radish raised and to fill in a couple of the holes that the people might have.
Okay.
But not much.
Okay.
I mean, here's the truth. The 2 or 3 points the jury's going to trip the most on is the number of lacerations. How the fuck do you get these many lacerations in these locations from falling down the stairs?
I mean, that was the main thing Warner
The only thing you've got to prove, as far as I'm concerned, is that it wasn't that damn blowpop. Because
they have fucking married themselves.
Yeah, they are.
I know that. So therefore, I mean, Deborah Radish, I mean, it's like super glue at this point. I mean,
it was solid.
The bottom line is that I think, you know, I can get up there in closing argument and say, let's just cut to the chase here. If you have a reasonable doubt about whether that blowpoke was in the house on December 9th, 2001, it's not guilty.
No. We need a Johnny Cochran phrase.
I got it.
What is it? I got it better.
If it don't blow, he must go.
If it ain't the poke, he ain't the bloke.
He's not going to the poke.
How about Deaver's got no hair and the proof ain't there?
My son's on.
Where is it?
Deaver says all going same direction.
No, there's totally 2 different directions. Opposite directions.
Right.
These 2 go up opposite direction, also different angles.
Right. There's one here.
This is these 2 are the same direction.
Right. Deaver says all of these. This, that, and that, all cast off from a blow over here.
From the same
event.
Same event. Impossible.
Should be 84.
84.
Yeah. 84.
Now they say he's here.
5 inches off this, how do you, and swinging the blowpoke from over there, from outside?
It's almost impossible. So you can swing from the inside, and it's just the castle time.
Right.
5 inches.
Right.
Let me do that. She is 5 feet 2, 62 inches. That's just 62 inches. Fit here. So that can cause a multi-fracture now.
Multi-laceration.
Laceration. And then she tried to somehow dizzy and fall, sit here, maybe fall here, and coughing, breathing. Okay? That's why all this pattern. Somehow later, the shoulder touch here, probably again. You know, you support, that's why I have so many fingerprint here on the side, just like this. Here, more likely, just she already on the ground. It's something like that. Okay? Meanwhile, coughing, breathing. So, yeah, exactly. So that's why that's the shadowing effect.
Right.
You know, the bottom line here is accidental fall. It's not consistent with the beating. That's the bottom line. It goes on a long night.
I think I want to start with, are you aware that Agent Deaver has given this jury the opinion that the blood staining in that stairway indicates it's a beating? Yes, I know that. Do you agree with that? No. Do you have an opinion as to whether it's more consistent with a beating or more consistent with an accident? Yes.
No, that's the last question.
Well, I'm going to come back. You want to say that? Okay.
Because you have to build up all this. Why? Why do you want to start with?
Just so the jury understands that you're there to disagree with him.
You don't have to have them to understand. I'm here basically to disagree. You might agree, I don't show up. That shows the direction. Do you see what I mean? So that's how we know which direction. And now we're going to move into medium velocity. That's a castle pattern. The castle pattern, it changes along the line. The ratio, length and width. You can't just, based on one drop, say that's a castle. Can be any possibility.
So nice. They're always saying that they want
I really like Aruba. I like St. Thomas was sick.
Henry, they're gonna send me in the morning. It's good. It's good.
Just a little hair.
That much hair did all that?
No, this hair each time, you see? You see that?
Yeah. What do we be coughing? What's for the coffee?
Ink.
Come on.
Ketchup or Jello, you have your choice. Okay, Ron, you do. See if maybe your cough is better than mine.
Which one is ketchup?
This is ketchup.
Oh my god, it's so pretty. What is it?
You swallowed. That's it.
Now I gotta get my carpet cleaned.
That's a bad experiment. something in motion. You hold this. I hope this is not a new suit. Let's say I have a weapon. Weapon have some blood. I hear it. I got it. Now you have a castle pattern. Castle pattern, as you can see, is a line formation. You have to look at the totality. You can't just pick one, say that's the one. When I look at the staircase ceiling, as you probably recall, have a cat picture on the north wall. Above the picture, nothing on the higher point of this area. So if an individual with a weapon, say 40 inches long, hitting, I should see something on the ceiling castle pattern. Some maybe argue, say, could be choked the weapon a little bit, but if you do that, you very difficult not to get some blood spatter on whoever suspect's clothing.
Focusing on that for a second, did you inspect Mr. Peterson's shirt?
Yes, I did inspect Michael Peterson's shirt. It's a dark blue shirt. It's very difficult to see with naked eyes. So what we did, use a higher magnification and use light sources and try to look at any area, see any spatter or not. I did not find any blood spatter.
Did you observe anything in the scene that was inconsistent with Kathleen Peterson having died from an accident in that stairway?
When we look at the blood spatter pattern, we have to look at the totality, the whole pattern, instead of jumping to focus on one small drops. Just like you go to a forest, you want to see the whole forest first before we examine individual trees. Location one, we can see this area, contact, that's another contact, and coming downwards. The blood goes downwards. We have some spatter in this area, which photo did not really show up. Some spatter on the wall too. This consistent with Catherine, have more likely hit the body, have some spatter. Now, location number two. Here, the majority, this portion of it, is a multiple deposit of stain, smear, spatter, wipe and swipe pattern. The rest of it, we see spatter goes all different directions. Multiple, as I say, approximately 4,000 or more. So, if a beating, you don't create that much blood spatter. This, based on my experience, has to be multiple origin. Coughing, shaking the head, moving around. Maybe some impact spatter there, but just everything, it's all together.
Dr. Lee, based on your education and your training and your experience, and on your own observations and findings in this case, do you have an opinion to a reasonable degree of scientific certainty as to whether the totality of the evidence in this case from the scene is more consistent with a beating or is more consistent with an accident?
It's more consistent with an accident.
That's all I have. Thank you, Doctor.
Let's take a 15-minute break.
Now, do you recall having a series of conversations with Agent Deaver after having looked at the model and seeing the targets that he created and looking at the test closures?
Yes, he did have some conversations.
Do you recall telling him that you had traveled around the United States and that this was some of the best work that you had seen?
I tell him something, he did some good work, and the model is beautiful, but the model did not prove anything.
Let me show you a copy of your book. You recall giving you a copy of your book?
Yes, I generally give everybody a copy of the book. I want them to learn.
Do you recall signing an inscription with a note to Agent Deaver in this book when you were there?
Yes.
If you would please read what the note says.
I say to Dwayne Deaver, one of the best, keep up with your good work. With warm regard, Henry Lee. Yes. You probably found thousands of these since.
You wouldn't give it to him unless you felt that way, would you?
No. I give everybody courtesy. That's Chinese culture. I went to his place. He extended courtesy. Let me see what he has. That's my upbringing. Respect other people. I give him a book. I cannot write saying you're. I don't want to say. You can write on the book say somebody. You're totally wrong or something. What you going to write? His conclusion is wrong, but he tried very hard. I cannot say he did not try to do good work. Agent Deaver did a lot of work.
So you're agreeing then that he did good work?
I did the... What do you want me to say? He did lots of work on the book? I cannot say that. Just like if I give Mr. Rodolph a book, I say, you're one of the best attorney, but he's lousy. I give him a book
Now, based on all that you saw,
yes,
and all that you did, all that you didn't do, is it your testimony before this jury that you can absolutely, conclusively exclude that Kathleen Peterson was beaten on her head?
I say my conclusion more consistent with an accidental fall.
But you can't exclude that she was beaten based on all that you did.
Nobody can exclude everything, but the pattern tells me the indication everything more consistent as an accident.
Court TV called me, and they want some documents you said you have. I guess it's from this library stuff. Well, I guess they're too lazy to do all the work you've done.
Well,
yeah, this is taking a lot of work. Nobody wanted to go through these boxes.
Give her everything. I was only going to give her the one that I mentioned to her.
Huh?
Unless she does something really nice for me. And then I'll give her the one that I gave to Jim Hardy today.
Well, she bought you a very nice dinner.
Yeah, that's true. But I didn't ask her to.
Well, that's true.
Let me see what it is. Remember, after this, he has what, 4 of 11. Great.
Boy, it's nicely organized. What I find really amazing about all this is that he kept so much of his life from such a young age that I guess he is narcissistic.
You cannot kill and be unaffected. Like an animal who first tastes blood, so is a man who kills. He is forever disposed to that thirst. When he sees how simple is the act, he is forever disposed to that thirst. Perhaps he will never kill again, or ever want to, but always in his mind is the knowledge of the act. The awareness of its simplicity, the peculiar reminder of elation, sexuality that accompanied the deed, and two, that he was licensed, rewarded, or simply never caught.
Where the heck was that published?
He talks about Frizzle in here. This is his Time Award book. I gotta put it back with the other stuff. I don't know why I got stuck with this, but that's where I found it.
Death and sexuality are a big...
Well, I copied one of these things here that says sex and violence are always intertwined in his books, and believe me, they are.
Well, but he's been adding to this periodically.
Well, if you read through it, you will see that there's some homosexual military stuff.
Okay.
It's like in everything he writes.
Is the word autobiography used on it any place?
No.
No, you don't actually see that word. Does he refer to himself in first person singular?
First person.
First person, okay.
He's writing about himself. I mean, he can come up with something else, but I sure think this one is him trying to figure out what's wrong with him. There's so many things in here that correspond with what I believe I know about him. Look, I can't believe anything my brother-in-law tells us anymore. But what I thought I knew about his life, about him getting married, going off to Vietnam, and certain other things, and that this one thing at the back, I want it to be that he's talking about himself. This handwritten thing, he talks about that he's an aberrant personality, that he's pure wicked, that he's incapable of moral action.
well, I spent a lot of time reading his handwriting. I'm getting to know it. And so I thought, wow, he knew something's wrong with him, and he's trying to figure it out. And unfortunately took it on my sister and some other people, but and the DA can't bring it in unless Michael gets on the stand. But there's not much else I can do. Well, I couldn't find anywhere where he talked about how he planned to seduce women and push them down the stairs and collect their money. I was like, I couldn't find that.
All right,
I was
well.
hoping to. Okay, that's the one where he talks about happiness is murdering. Okay, so this is, I don't think it's worth copying all this for Lori, but it's a short story set in Germany. And here we go. Hell is not being happy, and being happy is what? Being happy is doing what you want. Doing what you want is an exercise in pleasure. Therefore, being happy is doing what gives you pleasure. Loving, sacrificing, murdering. I could see the loving part. Possibly even sacrificing.
Make 2 copies of that.
2 copies. I'll make 3.
Could you tell the jury what biomechanics is?
Well, the word in biomechanics, mechanics, is the study of forces and motions on objects, how objects deform, how they tear, how they break, how they rupture. When you focus it as biomechanics, it ends up being that same application to understand the deformations and the forces on the human body.
Have you supervised the creation of an exhibit? Could you describe to the members of the jury what it was and how it was created in terms of what mathematics, what figures, what science went into it?
Basically, we had to reconstruct graphically the dimensions of the scene. And we had to, from pictures of Ms. Peterson standing up, etc., to approximate her height and shape. And we had to use all that information to see if a scenario of a fall is possible. And in fact, if it's realistic. And in fact, if it's likely. This is an action that could happen any different ways, but basically she lost her balance and fell straight back, nothing to restrain herself when she let go of the railing.
And how far did her head travel? Did the simulation head travel before it hit that molding?
For this one, it's about 35 inches of arc.
And that's how you're figuring out the load that's created that's sufficient to cause the laceration, but not sufficient to cause a fracture.
Right. Okay. This is one of the possibilities that door jamb, its shape, and how high she fell from that step could have accounted for this injury. The left arm has a contact. The right arm has a contact against the molding.
And is there a bruise in that location?
Yeah, these are the consistent elbow bruises. And continuing with the contact points, the back of her head above the neck contacts that step. We saw the first one from that first contact, and this second one resting on that step is responsible for these 2. From a sitting position, getting up, you see where her feet are. She slips out, loses her balance there. If she were taller, if she were 6'5", she'd probably hit the east wall or something. I mean, this is a dimensional issue. So falling from that point allows her to hit where she hits because that's her characteristic length.
How many autopsies have you attended where the ultimate opinion of the pathologist was that that an adult person died as a result of a beating him?
No, I didn't do that. None.
But not having had that experience and not being a forensic pathologist yourself, you've come to this courtroom and told this jury that Deborah Radish, who actually performed the autopsy, is just dead wrong about it.
What I'm saying is it's more likely that a fall impact caused this, and we have biomechanical evidence that an impact with a hollow cylinder wouldn't do it. She is wrong if that's what she's saying.
Would you agree that a person that's actually there performing the work on a body, whether it be surgical work or work as a forensic pathologist, would you not agree that that person who can actually look at the body, feel the organs, feel the wounds, might have a better vantage point in making a final decision about a case than a person later on doing like what you did?
I don't know how she could determine how those injuries occurred. If she determined that those injuries were the cause of death, that's fine, but the causation, the mechanism by which these things occurred, whether they're cut with a knife or a cylinder or a flat object or fall, I would be surprised if Dr. Radish would be able to do that. If I know medical training, they don't have causation training, biomechanics.
Sir, my question was whether you would agree that a person that's actually there, whether it be a doctor or a pathologist or even someone in your position, actually there visualizing a person's body, looking at their wounds, feeling their wounds, measuring their wounds, looking at all the different things on the body, would you not agree that a person with that vantage point would really have an advantage in making a decision in a case like this?
Making a decision?
Person right there with their hands right there.
Not on
with
the,
their eyes right
not
there.
on the causation, the event that caused the injuries. I don't believe just by being there you have sufficient insight and knowledge to determine how those injuries were caused.
Somebody, it was probably on Court TV, said, the defense, they haven't injected a single bit of emotion in this case. It's been science, science, science. When in fact this is two dead women. That is a problem from the point of view I'm talking about, which is the story.
That's what I do for a living, is tell stories.
Exactly.
And everybody wants to hear a story from the time they're little babies. This is the story. Right. And better a nice story than a scary story. And I do see where we haven't told the story, except in the sense that here are the forensics, and that's cold and whatnot. But I don't know how you get into the story, anybody's story, without going into the other side, the bad stuff that everybody doesn't particularly want to have come out in their life. Because for every good thing, if there's not at least a bad thing, somewhere back there, there's a spin on it that can come back. I don't know.
Well, it's a razor's edge, and I think the prosecution has used every dirty trick they can to do character assassination of Mike. And they've taken every little point that could possibly been made and twisted it in a light most unfavorable. There has been a lot of emotional testimony there, and that when there gets to be debates in the jury room between the science, if you've got swing people, what do they fall back on? A lot of those people could fall back on emotion. What can we do about that?
They have no neighbors, nobody here within the community. You're well known, Kathleen's well known, nobody really from Nortel. Caitlin, who they've had access to, has been in court every day. If there would have been anything negative that any of these people could offer, they would have brought it in. To me, that is strong. The fact that they've had Caitlin there, and if there's anything within the relationship, they would have brought her in.
Now, is this something that you can use, that you can turn to and say, look, oh, okay, all right.
So the lack of what they put out, to me, is stronger than anything else. And I think that if we open up the door to anything with your character, your ass is gone.
I mean, if the forensics were doing poorly and we thought, God, we really need to give something to the people, then maybe you take a risk. But I think that the forensics, if it's gone about as well as it can go, other than somebody magically saying 7 lacerations disappear.
Is there anybody who is in favor of calling any other witness, including you, Michael? Most importantly, you.
No, because I'm very realistic. Nobody's insulted me. I am a big boy, and hell, I have lived my life, so yes, I understand. And it would be probably infinitely more negative in the long run. So
Drop it.
Okay.
Meeting adjourned.
Okay.
Does that suit you, Dave? They can go in this way, do whatever they're gonna do, see the pool, and come exit this way.
And what we did was we put made sure the chair was along that line there.
It was in the down position.
Right, well, yeah, and we tried to match it so that, remember, Deaver said it would match that. Right.
Oh, I know what to do. Look at it, stop here.
Put out all the family photos.
That's right. Oh, absolutely.
Put away all the porn, right?
That's right. That's right.
I'm just trying to be as fair.
No, I'm only teasing. I'm only teasing. You did see the blow poke over there, right?
Oh, I missed
Okay.
I think I've seen enough.
We'll come back out this way.
A lot of them paid attention to the blood spatter, even kneeling down, looking down, squatting, looking at the dried blood that was on the molding of the doorway. So they were really interested in the blood spatter.
Did the jurors touch anything?
They all took notes. So they would come out of the stairwell and take notes and go back in and get another look and then take more.
Did it seem like they wanted a spatial sense of whether there was room to...
Well, like I said earlier, several of them stood in the stairwell, went up about 3 or 4 steps, and kind of waved their arms to kind of get a sense if you can fall back. They seem to be consuming a lot. It's one thing to see it in the pictures. I guess it's another thing to see it in person.
How'd the blood look?
It was dry.
Ron, what are you doing today? I need you to come to Chapel Hill. They found the blowpoke. No, the blowpoke. They found the blowpoke.
Hi, Ron. Fucked up a good golf game.
Well, sorry. You could have gone and played golf.
I had my golf bag on my shoulder walking out the door.
Did you really?
And then I saw Rudolph Meyer. I should have picked it up, but I did.
All right.
let's start with me understanding completely what happened. All right, so take it from the top, Clayton. I mean, give me the full rundown.
Well, I went downstairs. First thing I did, I looked at the car. I looked in the trunk. Then I looked around to the side, because that's where the tools are.
Okay.
And then I came around to the other side, and I just saw it there. It was just right past the trunk, just sitting there.
Okay.
So then I went and got Margaret and brought her down, just to make sure, because I couldn't believe that it was just sitting right there. Then we went upstairs and got Dad.
And what was he doing?
I was reading. Almost going to sleep.
Margaret, you went together?
Yeah, I just yelled, Dad, we found a blowpoke. Come on, let's go.
We were terrified. We were freaked. Literally freaked as to what happened. So Margaret got her video camera out. I got and she got the tape recorder, and and I called Tom by this time. And if the cops show up, we're just going to. You can't come into this house until my attorney, I thought you were going to show up on a motorcycle, appear.
So now you're waiting on Tom. What are you doing while you're all waiting on Tom?
We went in the den.
Okay.
And Tom said, I want to talk to you, Dan. And I want to ask you, would you bet your life on that blowpoke? And I know exactly what he was doing and what he was saying. Dad, I know if there's any chance there's blood or hair or anything on that blowpoke, I'll take that goddamn thing and send it to Jordan Lake. He didn't say that, but I knew that's what he was getting at. So, I said, no, absolutely. I would bet my life on that blowpoke unless the cops, because we're still going through this conspiracy thing, unless the cops came, got blood, and put hair on the goddamn thing. So then our next concern was Clayton. He did this. He put it there. And we talked to him, and said, look, you got to tell us the truth. Is this legit? I have looked down there. I have been down there. Clyde has been down there. We looked specifically for the goddamn thing. I cannot believe I missed it. And he swore to me, Dad, I said, I went in and something found it. That's it.
Just be careful. But how the fuck does that get missed? How did they miss that run?
Looks like a shower curtain.
No, how did Mike?
I don't think they looked that well. I mean, you know how to shoot.
No, Ron. You walk down and it's fucking here. I mean, it's not like it's in a corner. On the edge, it looks like a tiny little. I don't know. I mean, what difference does it make? I mean, this is clearly old. This is not something that Mike bought in the last 6 months. It's 38 and... Well, maybe it's 38. Maybe it's 38. You need to go have a talk with Mike. I need to make sure that if we test this fucking thing... I swear to me. Let's go talk.
You see, I don't believe that it was there all this time. That goddamn thing has not been there for 5 years, or 6 years, or 7 years. I don't believe that. I really don't.
I agree with you on that.
It seems to me that from a strategic point of view, I don't have any idea how this ends up cutting. I don't think it hurts us unless the jury feels like we have staged this in some way.
Yes.
I understand that, Mike, and I think the way...
It's too preposterous.
Okay, it may be too preposterous, but it is what it is. And so it seems to me that what we need to do is figure out the best way of revealing this so as to minimize any chance that the jury is going to feel like we have staged this in some way.
I wouldn't buy it in a minute.
Mike, I don't know what else to do.
I know, I understand that. I do. I just cannot. I think this is terrible.
Well, can we get a professional photographer over so that we can actually get close-ups of the little bugs and really good pictures of the cobwebs and all that stuff? I mean, you know, studio quality pictures, whatever that takes.
I do not see how this can be turned into anything good.
Now look on here, how many cobwebs you have, and that's, you have to hit it just right with the light. See right there? See that group right there?
Yeah.
See another group right there?
And that's on there in front, this was on the side here. So you gotta be careful when you do this here.
You know, there's all kinds of filaments attached.
I gotta get your fingerprints on it somehow. Somebody's squeezing it too tight in the middle. It's not going in. Right here, Todd, you need to be careful about this here. I'm gonna let it go for a minute. Hold on. Okay. Let me grab it. Okay. You move your hands. Carefully, it doesn't go away. Yeah, good. Fuck. No, I gotta get upstairs and see about it.
That's good. That's good. God damn, this looks like something out of Star Wars. Don't you think? This looks like, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Here, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Stop fucking with it. All right. Don't you think? Oh, you can't bounce it around because the shit's already on.
All right.
Be careful, so stop.
So what's the plan? We're gonna plead you tomorrow.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm there. It's this shit I can't handle.
Right.
Set me away. I'm taking legal objection at this point.
I think we need to call Clayton.
You do?
Yep.
Please repeat that. Why do you need Clayton?
Because I think we need to establish. Let's put it this way. Suppose Clayton had found that 3 months ago. All right, during jury selection. Would there be any doubt in your mind, as we sat there and listened to Hardin talk about the blowpoke and how they got rid of the blowpoke, and the blowpoke's the murder weapon, and Deborah Radish says, oh yeah, this is it because it's hard enough, but it's not too hard. Would there be any doubt in your mind that we'd want to put that blowpoke into evidence?
No.
The only fly in the ointment is that we found it last night, not 3 months ago, right? Let's all get clear on that. Isn't that really the issue? If we had found this, if you had found it 6 months ago, would you have any doubt in your mind about whether we should use it?
Of course not,
No. You wouldn't either. We'd be sitting there salivating. We'd be waiting for that magic moment when I took it out.
Is there no way to fudge it and say, here it is in the house? It was found in the house. It's been in the house for who knows how long.
You can't fudge this.
I don't want Clayton on the stand. That's all. They're just going to kill him. You know that, and I know that. Fred Black is,
What are they going to do? They're going to establish that when he was a freshman in college, he got in trouble. You know, they're going to cross-examine about his credit card debt.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, he's got a pending driving without a revoked license. That's still pending in court here. He had a DWI 2 years ago.
All right, I'm going. I've seen enough of you for today. Big Google. Bye, Mike. Thanks for a great Sunday. Hey, listen, if anything else comes up that's really an emergency, or that's right, don't call me. And I don't answer the phone at 2:30.
I know.
It's a surprise, huh?
Holy cow. Yeah, surprise is an understatement. Oh my God. Oh, you got jeepers, creepers. It was like one of those, what?
Yeah, it was 2:30 or 2 in the morning. Oh my God.
Gee, Tom, you need to come. Goddamn, I'm sleeping. Why? Well, found the blue book.
Okay, I'm coming.